Hello, coders. Hello. Why am I over here? I should be over there. Woo! I'm in a funny mood. Today. Sorry. Let me sort myself out. I would like today not to do code school, if you don't mind. There's a bunch of bugs and stuff that I want to deal with. I've just realized my Logitech camera isn't set up. Damn. There's a bunch of JavaScript issues that I want to fix. I was up quite late yesterday dealing with some of the... Sorry, I am just sort of setting this up. A bunch of bugs I dealt with yesterday. Let's go over to this view with the How to Code Well portal. I've now successfully managed to get the resource API, the user API, and the courses APIs to all adhere to the authentication. Woo! So that works. But there's a bunch of issues that I want to work through to do with actually testing this project. This project is built in Gatsby. It's a static site, and it calls the APIs to pull in all the bits and pieces. And I really want to focus on trying to get this into a point that is acceptable. Using that term, using acceptance tests. And I've been looking into Cucumber quite a bit. So down here, I don't know if you can see it all because I haven't actually set up these windows yet for the stream, so they might be a bit too big. But here we have some user stories. So create acceptance test for login, create basic acceptance test for homepage, that's register, and then some other user stories as well. That's plus bugs and features and all that jazz. I'm going to limit this by MVP. There we go. So 42 issues, 17 to work through. And yes, so Cucumber, for those that don't know, is a fantastic way to do end-to-end tests. It could be JavaScript, it could be PHP, there's Ruby, there's loads of different languages that use Cucumber and use the Gherkin language. Now I'm pretty new to this, to be honest. And I would like to use Cucumber as a means of ensuring that everything works from sort of a high level. So yes, we've got unit tests. Yes, we've got API tests and other tests, I'm sure. Well, the API has probably got close to 150 at the moment. But these are end-to-end tests, testing the actual, the thing, the final product. So... right. Enough of my jibber jabber. Let me sort these windows out because these windows are huge. I'm running off of a 27-inch MacBook. MacBook, iMac. So let me sort these out a little bit, make it a little bit usable. There we go. Hey, Tyrannid. There we go. I know I should have set this all up before. There we go. Okay, cool. So this is the website, the portal, and I'll show you what it looks like if I can find that tab. There we go. So this is what it is in build, right? So what I've done is I've got it to a point where I can pull all the APIs as required. And build that and the resources, the resource API as well that was coming through. So that and the courses are in. So it's basically what it was before. That's basically what I'm saying. But it's now going through an authentication layer. Woohoo! That took ages to deal with. And what I would like now is to run some Cucumber tests to ensure that everything is working as expected. Hey, hello, Jet Li Bruce, sending off those emotes. The the first person to set those emotes off. Hi, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well in these crazy, crazy times. We've just here in the UK, we've just gone out and had a clap. We do claps every Thursday to help support the workers and everything, and it's a great way to see the neighbours as well from the doorstep, which was good. And also the dogs go out and have a little run around as well. So that was really, really good. It's nice and refreshing, I think, for the mind, because you can start getting cabin fever. So these Cucumber tests, they're basically like these features, right? So you explain these features and you say like, let's scroll to the, what's the one I was working on? This one here, the navigation jobby. So essentially you write it in a very sort of easy to read way. So it's usually like when, then, and given. So when I request the homepage, I should see these things, and this is a data, I think it's called a data table, and it's basically like a table of things. So shop, resources, pricing, courses, these all relate to these up here. Now when you run it, it will output some steps, some stubby steps that you need to add. So these are my steps that I've been working on. So here you can see the when, and then you can see the then. And it basically goes through, it uses the Selenium driver, accesses the website on that particular port, and then goes through the data, there we are, the data table that you've passed through, gets all the hashes, and then loops through them and then does an assertion to make sure that the name within this expectation actually is the name in the hash, or the other way around, I think it is. So yeah, so this is a great way of doing end-to-end tests. And I've chosen to do, and you could do this for oh gosh, you could do this for like I said, PHP and Ruby. They've all got their Cucumber behavioral driven test suites available. I've decided to do mine in JavaScript because it is front end first. And what I would like is to use these features, so you're explaining the features as a means of explaining the actual features on the website. So when I come up with a new crazy idea for the website, I want to define a feature first, as in this kind of thing. I think this is going to help me sort of not lose focus so much, and also I can define all the features in the sprint that I want to sort of, put a start and end point to, sort of bookends, if you will, to say that this sprint will contain these features and only these features, and I will not push it to production until these features are in play. I think this is a good, and it's just a good way to make sure that everything works from like a high level. So this one is the resources page. So we're making sure that the resource page has a menu, obviously. So if we click onto resources here, so you can see that this menu here is this data table there. So when I request the resources page, I then should see the menu items. And then here is when I access the AWS resources. So first of all, I request the resources page. I then click the AWS link. I should then see AWS in the title. I should see, AWS in the URL. And I should see AWS resources. And then I can list the resources that I would like to see. There's going to be obviously more than that for AWS. And then here I can access PHP resources. Basically, it's going through the same thing, really. Okay. This is what you would kind of do, like just to click about and just make sure that things work, but you're doing it scripted. And I just love the syntax. It's just so nice to use. Now, all of these statements, they then convert themselves to these specific steps, right? So you're basically coding up a user story, which is nice. Now, like I said, Cucumber is something that I'm playing with at the moment. It's something that I haven't really done a lot on. Whoops. No. Click the wrong button. There we go. So, and I've just been playing with it today, really. Trying to get at least one thing fixed. Well, I say today, tonight after work. So I've only set these up like within the past hour or so. Now this is the one I'm struggling with. Well, none of these actually have steps, right? It's just this one. I wanted to create these scenarios just to see how it would look. So the one I want to focus on first is this one. So I load the home page. When I request the home page, then I should see all of this stuff. So this is in the steps here. So the first one is when I request the home page. So this is doing an async function. It's using the Selenium WebDriver, as I've mentioned, and then it's using the Chrome browser. It's saying this driver.wait until the elements until you locate a H1, right? So basically just making sure that there's something on the page. And it's running against howtocodewell.net. howtocodewell.local on port 9000. And then it runs this, which is getting the nav items from the driver. Now this is the weird thing. I haven't really used the Selenium WebDriver much, so I'm kind of finding my feet, I guess. So this driver find elements by class name primary nav link should, in theory, marry up to, if I go to DevTools, should link up to these things here. So okay, so I got nav content there, and then in the nav content there's a div, and then in this div there is a bunch of links. Yeah. So, and I know that you can use XPath in this as well, which is a bit crazy. So then what I've been trying to do is test, that's why it says foo here, trying to return things and stuff, and it hasn't really worked. So I'm going to run it and see what falls over. Tyranid said, another thing to add to the stack. Yes. Now, I don't know if you saw there, it just flashed up and then went back. This is because it's using Chrome. So it's going to load the Chrome browser, access this page, test it out, and then kill Chrome. Okay, so cannot get property get text of undefined. This is the issue, and I was trying to work out whether or not it's because there's it could be like one of these just isn't set, or whether the actual whatever the object is undefined itself, like foo here. That's what I was trying to get at. So if I scroll up to the top here, I'm printing out shop. Now I know that shop is actually one of the things in the data table, right? So can you see that? Have I screwed up the screen so much that this isn't on stream? No, it's okay. Cool. I've got to sometimes check that. It's weird. My OBS is being a bit flaky, I find. I mean, I loaded it up earlier and then it just died. So okay. Anyway, right. So we have shop. Woohoo! So we got shop. That's the first element, okay? But it's looping through these elements, and then it's falling down. It's saying that cannot read property get text of undefined. So one of these things is undefined, as in one of the items is undefined, which is a bit weird. Nav is running off the primary link. Primary nav link. Okay, primary nav link should be. Let's refresh that a minute. Yeah, each one of these A tags has a primary navlink class. So this should just return all of those. And it doesn't appear to. So I'm a bit confused. I'm a wee bit confused. I guess what I could do, well, there's a couple of things I could do. I could take a look at removing some of these. Like, let's say, for instance, I know Shopworks does resource. Is that in there? Oops, that's too much. Do it a bit trial and error like. Save that. So there's Chrome firing up again. There's the page, does the test, then kills it. Okay, so we've got scenario 1 is pass with 2 steps. 2 steps being, can you access the page with the when, and then can you see these things? So okay, shop and resources are in, which is good. Pricing, courses, challenges, blog, Discord. I'm wondering if it's like a thing to do with the spacing or something. I don't know. I tell you what, let's loop all these things out. That's a good start. So console.log, let's log every one of these things. So let's do debug. And let's see. I want to just see where it gets to. Okay, right. So, oh, of course. It's going to print out all. So these are web elements, right? These are all. Plus, I probably should have done an await as well. So I can't actually see what these are, to be honest. This isn't really helpful. What I could do, I guess, is count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay, 9 and then undefined. I wonder then if it's an issue with name, because I thought you needed to put name at the top, because I think that's what these refer to. Anyway, we got 9, so let's have a little gander. We'll start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, well, that's strange. Okay, let me remove these 3. I'll move that over here. Okay, so that passed. So it's something to do with, is it live? Is it live that's having the problem? Proper trial and error here. Something isn't right. No, that's fine. But I mean, this is what I would like it to be. I want all of these to be like this. So what else could it be? Could it be join now? Let's test that. No, that's fine. Maybe it's join now. Maybe I've got like a lowercase n. Could it be the lowercase n? Oh, I'm wondering if it's the lowercase n that's causing the problem. Let's test that out. Let's just do capital N and let's get rid of login for a minute. One failed, one step passed, but one failed. It's not that. So it definitely fails with... Right. Let's just have a look at C. Join now is actually lowercase. So that has to be there. And also I've just spotted login is lowercase as well. Oh dear. Tut tut. Tut tut. You see all of these little things that you pick out? So does this pass now? No, this still fails. Alright, are these two things... Are these actually... Actually, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. These buttons don't actually have the class, so it's not going to find that, is it? The primary nav links. Ah, alright. I think I've spotted me problem. I've spotted me problem. Right, let's go back to the code, which is in src. And I'm going to say that all of this needs to be uppercase with capital L, capital N, and I got a feeling, yeah. I got a feeling it's, well, it's a component, isn't it? Ooh. And it'll probably be user layout, sorry. So, if we go to the header menu profile. No, not menu profile, sorry. Beg your pardon. It's been a while since I played with this, so bear with me. I'm just trying to work out what item name dot map pricing. Is that it? There's a primary nav link there. No, that's not it, obviously. Alright, let's just step through it. So, okay, so we've got the running on index. That goes to layout is home. Then we've got page template. That's the features, so this is on the home page. Okay, let's go to the layout here. Header menu. Their set login menu. This is probably what I... Yes, this is it. This is the issue. Yes, these things don't have the primary classes on. So it would be... Yeah, let's take a look and see what needs to change there. Don't delete that, no. It's that I need. In here. On click, accounts. User username, yep. Handle logout. Oh, this is the logout and then this is the username. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so let's paste that in. And that one. And that one too, and that one as well. Alright, let's hit save. We also want to make sure that this is capital L. We want to make sure that this is a capital N, and we want to make sure that this is a capital L too. Now, I'm going to have to do a build on this. I'm going to have to run a npm run serve because what this is... Oh, actually, from not this tab. No. Give me back my prompt. I need to do it from the actual terminal. I need to do it from here because I need to access this terminal here for running the tests. Okay. Woohoo! So you can see that it's calling it's logging into the system. It's making API requests to the Docker containers to pull back the courses and the resources and other bits and pieces. So yay, I got that working. That took ages to deal with. There is an issue, mind. For each one of these requests, it's having to log in again. What it would be nice to do is store these tokens so it knows that it's already logged in, so it doesn't have to do it again each time. Now, obviously, once it's built, and I can just throw it up to S3 or wherever I want and then deploy it. So yeah, it's making an API call for the categories, the tags, the resources, the courses, and then it's doing API requests to Ghost, building the blog. And I should, once this is all done, I'll show you, I should be able to see the blog with the resources together. And for the eagle eyes out there who are wondering why I ran whatever the command was, npm run serve, is because the Gatsby plugins that I was playing with, this was part of the problem. And it took me a while to work this out, but I actually found a Git comment, I guess you would call it, a Git comment on a repo from WesBoss, suggesting to use ESM. And I tried that and it worked fine. The issue I had was that in where are we? The plugins. So these are the plugins that I've created for Gatsby. Let's take one that is quite minimal. This one, for instance. So what I was doing was I was trying to run import. And I was trying to import these things in, right? These calls to the APIs. So this is running the tag API and the auth API. Because what it's doing down here is it's logging in, it's doing a system login, it's getting the response that has the token, and then it's doing an API call to get the tags, then it's processing the tags, and everybody's winner. The problem I had, or one of the problems I had, was because Gatsby's plugins out of the box don't support imports. they support requires. This is why I'm having to do all these requires to require things like fetch and everything. I was trying to work out how on earth I can deal with importing these things in, and it's because it's because it wasn't set up for it. So what I did, based on the comment from WesBoss, thank you very much, was where I'm looking for my package.json. Here we go. Is I installed wherever it is. It's not in it's in. I'm looking for ESM. There we go, ESM. And it's like a lightweight wrapper that allows you to use some of those fancy ES stuff. And then in the things here, you do npx node arg ESM, and then you do the command Gatsby build, Gatsby develop. So on the serve, which I just ran, I can run npm build, put it into production mode, and then also Gatsby serve, and then running -h that puts the host to howtocodewell.local. That's really loud in my ears. There is a login something component. Yeah, there's so I've created a component in here, in not in components, sorry, in services. And what I've done is I've essentially started creating APIs, like an API client, if you will. So in auth, we do a login, and then this is a system login based on the configuration. So we've got auth URL and all that, and this is the body that'll have the grants and the grant type and the client ID, client secret. To log in as a user, it's actually going through a different package. I will have to sort of at some point merge these two together, because this is actually using the client OAuth 2 package. So yeah. Code is a bit messy at the moment. Okay, it's a wee bit messy, but in my opinion, it does look like it's stuck together with sellotape. But it's getting there. It's getting there. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of spending hours on this project at once. So I kind of tend to work on something and then have to do something else because of stuff. Anyway, we've got a category API. So this is an API for the category, getting the all the categories out. So API categories. Okay. It's getting the token from the system login. And then we also have a course API, and that gets all the free courses. We also have a tag API, which is getting all the tags. It's very similar. And a user API, which gets the user. And I've been plugging these into these things. So, for instance, the tag, I think I've just shown you here, does the system login, then gets all the tags, then processes the tags, creates all the bits and pieces, puts them in GraphQL as usual, and everybody's a winner. So yeah, that's what I was playing with. And hopefully now I've killed enough time that has built, which it has. Cool. No worries, Tyrannid. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, you stay safe as well, buddy. Okay. All right, so that should be now built in production mode. And I should be able to access this again if I was to refresh this page. Yes, I should now see that we have, yay, these two things here. Join now and log in. Now, why does join now not have a capital N? That's not right. That's going to fail my tests. Yeah, so we now have primary links on these things, which is great. So what's going on with that? That should be capital N. I'm sure I've just done that. That's annoying. Join now. Obviously not. No. All right, let's just change that. And then having to do all of that again. Silly me. Now, I suppose what I could do to speed this up is just do it in development mode. I could try that, I guess. I just want to try and get this to be the sort of the thing that, the end-to-end test, and not a test whilst you're developing kind of test. These are the tests that, I'm hoping to have lots of these tests to define all the features. And I guess whilst this is going, we can build some of those. So the ones we've done already, the resources, the viewing of a course. So this is when you get to because I noticed this, right? I noticed this is an issue. I'll show you. So you get to this homepage and you click on the view all courses. Well, if you see in the bottom left, if you can see it on the stream, it's actually just going back to the self. And I would have just totally forgotten about this. Put it live, and then got really embarrassed. So that needs to have a link to courses. So essentially what I want to do is write these features that will ensure that these things do what they should be doing. So here I request the homepage, I then click the link, which I'll define as view all courses link, and then I should be redirected to the courses page. So we can fix that today, I guess, once I fix the other stuff. Let's just have a look and see. Still trying to build. Let's go over to, whilst that's happening, let's go over to the Jira and have a look. So this is install Cucumber. Okay, so we're going to put that into here. Boom. So now I've done that, it unblocks this one. Create a basic test for homepage. I'm going to change this to be navigation, and I'm going to create. I'll copy all those. I'll create tasks for these. Whoops. Can I edit that, please? Thank you. So I'm going to change this to be create test for primary nav. Ensure that all links are shown. That's what we're going to be. That's what this one does, the navigation. Right. How are we getting on with that? Has that done? Good, good, good. So if we go over to here, refresh, we should see that as capital N. It is. I think that looks better. Cool. Okay, so in theory now, these are all set. That is all set. That's good. Let's see if we can get on terminal here. Let's run it and see. So not that one, this one. So it loads up the thing. Chrome. And then comes off. And yes, see, the scenario has passed. I'm console logging stuff, aren't I? Let's get rid of that because I don't need to do that. Where did that go? It was in this one here. Yeah, I don't need that. And that's our test. That's checking that this feature works. This is really cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Whoops. I get confused where my terminals are. I've got so many of them open. Yep, that passed. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Cool. I'm going to commit those things because they work. I'm going to commit package.json because we've installed Chrome driver and Cucumber, and I'm going to commit the login and the header menu. I'm also going to commit the steps, and I'm going to commit not the resource, not the homepage, view all courses, this one here, that one, the feature. That's the one we've just done. So adding test for navigation. Excellent. Right. Next one we're going to deal with is when this test here. So the test of going to the home page and then clicking this, clicking that should take you to here. Now, there's a lot of things to test here, to be honest, but that is just a single feature that I want to check. So let's think. I want to make sure that I can land on the home page and then I click on here, and I also want to make sure that it goes to here, and I want to also make sure that that has changed color or the active class. That would be cool. And then that will be my little feature. So it is homepage. Is it homepage courses? No, this one, homepage view all courses. Okay, so when I request the homepage, I click the link, then I should be redirected to the courses page. then I should see courses navigation courses highlighted. There we go. Okay, so this basically talks about what I've just said. So I request the home page, so I go to the home page. Okay, I then click on the link, which is this one. Okay, I then get redirected to the courses page, which is this one. And I also see that this courses is highlighted. So now I know that this fails because this button isn't clickable. So, okay, let's see if I can just focus on that specific test. So this is called homepage view courses.feature. Okay, so it's going to load the homepage, and there we go. Right, so it's going to say that once it's one scenario, it's undefined. It's got 4 steps in it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 has passed. We also have this really awesome output here, which means that I can actually implement these snippets. Okay, so I'm going to, just for ease, I'm going to copy this and paste it over here, and I'm going to call this courses step. And I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Apart from that, actually, I'm going to probably jump in and out of these steps. So let's have a little look. So we want to implement this one. So when I click the link, we also want to implement this one. Then I should be redirected to the courses page. Okay, let's implement this one. Then I should see the courses highlighted. Let's get some better English on that. I should see the courses link highlighted. That'll be good. So we got to obviously make sure that we have to go back to the wherever it is, and courses link highlighted. They need to match. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we've got this sorted, or actually put in. As you can see, it's all returning pending and everything. So you write the code that deals with those scenarios. If I was to run it again, I should just see a bunch of invalid stuff because it's all pending. Cool. All right. And also, obviously, we got some problems with the session with the promises because I've got them running, the driver running, and other bits and pieces. So, okay, right. Let's deal with this. When I click the link, is that the first thing I do? Okay. So where I've got when I request the homepage, what it's doing is it's loading the navigation step here, and it knows that there is when I request the homepage. So it's running this. It knows to run this, which is really cool. Okay. Which means that you can sort of, you can write this in such a way that is very sort of jigsaw-y. You can slot things together. You don't have to rewrite things all the time, which is nice. Okay, I click the link. So, this is where my knowledge of Cucumber starts to fizzle, and I need to remind myself how to do that. Cucumber.js, click link. Let's just get an example going. Yeah, that's Nightwatch. I don't want Nightwatch. So I await page and then navigate. Wait for it to be visible. I then hit submit. That's XPath. Div.className. Ba 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 ba. That's setting up. Don't need to do that. Don't need to worry about this. Then find element, and then I should click the search bar. Dot click. So you do this driver, find element, gotcha, and then you click. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you could do that, and that's quite handy. Okay. No, don't want that. Now I also need to set these as async functions too. I don't think they are at the moment. Okay, so I want to this dot driver dot find element. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for a button. I'm looking for a tag. I'm looking for this thing. Is there anything I could? It's an a tag with the text of view all courses. So I find element. Can I find the element just by saying view all courses? Probably not, but let's try it. View all. I probably can't do this. Let's just get rid of this. Is gonna cause me annoyance, all of these red things. Okay, dot click. And going back to that example, which is then I find element, search text, and you put the text in. Okay, I see. And then next, what does that do? Then next. The step definitions are defined for each scenario. The given condition for us. I don't think I need to return, do I? Doesn't have a returns on there. Let's just see what happens. When I request the homepage, when I click the link, so then we've got an invalid locator. Okay. Is it because it can't find that button, do you think? Could be that. I'm intrigued by this. You see where it's got the I'm going to look into this a little bit more. I think this find driver element. I want to see what this does, what you can and can't do with it. That's quite interesting. find element by locator strategy. Locator strategy can be one of the following values: ID, name, class name, tag name, link, partial link, or XPath. So this is an example. Finding the login link by link text. Interesting. So we could, is it a button or is it a, I think this is just an A tag. Yeah, it is. So I could do something like find by, oops, sorry. Is this one here? Find by, and then by.link text. Yes. So I could do something like this. By dot, whoops, link text. There we go. View all courses. And then click. So let's run that. Okay, here we go. When I click the link, so the link is clicked. Then I should be redirected to the courses page. And it's saying it's pending. So this is the issue. So, okay, so let's take a look at that. So then it goes, then I should be redirected to the courses page. So, here, how do I check that I am actually on the courses page? Is there a way I could do this driver and then sort of find the what have I got here? I was kind of thinking of just looking at the URL, making sure the URL has various things. Now this is obviously going to fail because we're not actually at that point. You know, it's not actually going to go to that page, but DR name, dispatch, env, error count, blah, 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 blah. Is there a get actions after something to do with tokens, arg? Can I type in you? You're gonna, nope, I was kind of hoping address, get address, get stack. Okay, let me see then if there is. It's yeah, Selenium. Get address. How do I get the current URL from a Selenium WebDriver? Oh, this is using Python. So print browser current URL. Okay, so if I was to translate that into JavaScript, is that driver and then current? Nope. Get current URL. There we go. Woo. Okay, so I can make sure I can do an assertion, can't I? Now how? Just have a look. Here we go. This is just assert equal to. Of course, I'm in a then block, aren't I? So let's just copy that over. This is going to fail miserably. So I want to make sure that this is HTTP. It's not on HTTPS yet, unfortunately. How to code? Well, actually, let's just go to the browser and just grab it. It should be this one. And it's not, it won't, because it fails. Now I'm thinking maybe I need to do this on here, but we'll give it a go. We'll see. Why is that? Okay, just needed a pad. Okay, let's run this again and see. Hey, Slayerdarth. Thank you for joining. Okay. then I should be redirected to the courses page. Why is it still saying pending? That's weird. When I click the link, why is this still returning pending? Pending should be done. Then I should see the courses link highlighted after. Is it because this needs to be interesting. Let's just run it again. Da, 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 da. Function without catch block or rejecting blur. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, one failed. Here we go. There we go. Okay, then I should be redirected to the courses page. Assertion promise pending. I think it's because I need to do... I'm interested because this one has... Not this one. This had then in it. Then next. I'm intrigued. Okay, I have visited the Selenium official webpage on yada yada yada. Okay, cool. URL and then next. What is next? The when condition for our scenario tests. I'll bring this up a bit so you can see it. This is a Lambda test. This driver.get title, then function title, assert. Oh, hang on a minute. I've just noticed this whole thing is within this block. So they wrapped a when and a then, I think, by the looks of it. Is that right? Then where's the end of that? Unless it's... Yeah, maybe. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, like a callback. Yeah, definitely. Steps.def. A feature test. No, I don't need to worry about that. Then next, function URL. How peculiar. I can't see the... Do they have the steps, the features? I can't see it here. I'm looking for the feature file. Okay, given when and then. Okay, so you're explaining all of that stuff. Okay, fine, good. But you don't explain that or that. So, Google is your friend. Google is your friend. Google. Why am I Googling Google? That's not right. Selenium. Click link and check URL. How to find all broken links in using the Selenium WebDriver. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Why should you check broken links? Yada, yeah. Okay, this is Java stuff, but I should, while it has next, I should be able to read this. Is it Java? Was it Java? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's gonna bug me. Coming off of your website just because of that. get the URL of the current page using Selenium. How do I verify URL? I want to click the link, right? Click link, which I kind of already know how to do, but I want to click the link and then verify. .click, yeah. Do I need to do a wait until? That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's right, because if I went back to the originals, we've got an await here. This, yes. So I request the home page and then await. So this is driver.wait. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I think what's happening is it's done that, and then it's just still trying to process this. So if I need to do await this get, driver get, but I want to click it. Could I just do await then? Could I just do that? Maybe. Yeah, it's been a while for me as well. Using Selenium. Then I should be redirected to the courses page. So we are on the courses page. View all. Okay. All right, I think at this stage, what I need to do is actually fix the actual issue, because it's going to be difficult for me to test that the test is actually working, if that makes sense. Slayer Darth is saying, one of the great things about using browser automation testing frameworks like Selenium is that you can get a really good idea about how the browser ecosystem works. Definitely. Yeah. So, promise pending. I think this is because the actual button doesn't work. So, I think this is actually like doing the right thing. The fact of the matter is that the button that we're trying to press is this one here. Oh, no, it's this one here, and it doesn't work. So it won't actually ever get to that page. So it's failed, which is what I want it to do. But I was thinking maybe it would come back with a different kind of error than just pending. I was thrown by that. But of course it's a promise and it's pending, so that does make sense. It's been a long day. Right, so what I need to do is actually fix this issue, and this issue is in it would be in index, I believe, and let me just search for view all. Nope, let me just do a proper search for the whole thing, because I can't remember where I put it. View all courses, and it's not going anywhere. This needs to go to /courses, like so. So if I was to build this now, and this, I'm not using the router, I should be using the router naughty, but let's run serve. So I know that this is a really painful way of making sure that everything is wired up correctly, but I think that once it's done, you know. It's and I really want this site to go through a lot of stringent tests before I consider putting it live. And it would be awesome if there was, for every feature I do, I create a cucumber or a gherkin scenario. Even if it's really small feature, like just clicking a link, I think that would benefit the quality of it. there's a part of me that is really scared putting this live. I mean, it's certainly not in any way, shape or form ready at all. Not at all. But there is a big part of, I was thinking about this the other day, that putting this live is quite a huge thing for How to Code Well. And there's a part of me that is a little bit hesitant. So we'll see. Certainly, I'm definitely going to put it live. It's a question of when, and at what point do I consider it to be worthy. And it's certainly missing that mark right now. And this is why I want these tests to make sure that it is up to a standard. However, I am completely aware that you can test things totally to death and not actually get anywhere. Okay, come on. Is it? What's it doing now? Okay, there we go. Right. Refresh. So if I clicked on here, yay, we go to there. Woo! So now if we did the test in here, have I moved on a bit? So we should be able to see this actually in the browser. So this is the browser that pops up. So we click on there and then we went over to the other thing. Woo! Okay, so no, see, it's still pending. See, that's still... Hang on a minute. Whoa. That URL's wrong. Why is it going to there? Why is it going there? That isn't right. Why is... Hang on. Hang on. Why is it doing that? Should be How to Code Well local. Running off of port 9000. And these tests at the moment, they're very sort of like really low hanging fruit stuff. But I would like to run once I'm used to writing these tests, and I think it's going to take a bit of time to get used to doing these quickly. I want to use these tests a lot for testing the user features. So going through the process of watching courses and signing up and all that stuff. If it breaks the site, it's not a bug, it's an unscoped feature, of course. Of course. Okay, where is the file I was just working on? Here we go. It's going there, you silly fool. It's going there because you told it to go there. Right. So How to Code Well is still saying that it's... Is it because it's not... I'm kind of thinking perhaps, and this is going to show my naivety of this, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe if I find what I'm looking for first before I speak. Where's it all gone? Here, features. I'm kind of thinking that because this is asserting in then rather than when, there needs to be something. Oh wait. Could it be this? Could it be the fact that it's not an async? No. So I don't know whether when I click the link, it's like I need to do a return for this to get into here. Or it's either like I need to test this up there, but I'm not sure I should do that. I don't know if it's good practice to do an assert in a when. I'm not sure if that's wise. I mean, we can try it, but I don't think it's wise. And then just return like stuff. I've got a sneaking suspicion that these aren't being fired off asynchronously. This driver wait element. Aha, okay. Why don't I do that? Why don't I just say, look, wait until we see a H1, and is there a H1 on this page? Yes, there is. Then I'll get there in the end. It's just going to take a bit of time with trial and error, banging my head against the wall. It's asserting. It's the problem with this assertion. Is it because there must be something going on here? Is that what does this return? It's gonna obviously a Selenium driver. Catch then it's a promise, which kind of makes sense, to be honest, because based on the error here. That's not what I was thinking. I thought this was actually going to return just the string. No worries, Sledarth. Putting live a WordPress site tonight. Have fun with that. Oh, awesome stuff. Good on you. It's good to know that sites are still going live at these crazy times. Right, this driver current URL. Come on, Pete. I need to sort this out. Come on. This is staring me in the face. I know it. I know that this issue is staring me right in the face, and I don't know what it is. This is... man. I tell you what. Google is your friend, right? So let's just Google this and see how people have used it. Yeah, doing a lot of grepping. Grepping is good. Okay, does not take the correct... Oh, take the correct... Hang on a minute. Why is that taking? I'm trying to learn Selenium WebDriver. Hand up to that. So I started with the basics. Hang on a minute. I didn't write this, did I? No. Driver get does not take the current URL. No, I didn't think it actually took... URL. Ooh. String URL equals... Oh, wow. Okay. That's opened my eyes. URL equals string URL driver get current URL. So you're casting that to driver.get. Okay, WebDriver equals new Firefox driver. Fine. Driver.get string URL is get current URL. If the URL equals this, and system output. So, okay. So you're mapping this to a string. Whoops. Let's have a little gander on this one. So string URL is equal to this. Driver, and then if URL dot equals. Let's just see if I've got that URL dot. No, because this isn't going to work, is it? Because it's still a promise, so that isn't going to work at all. Back to the drawing board. Driver.get. Driver.get or string URL. Driver.get current URL command is system.print output current URL or string. Alright, so here is a string current URL. Get the title. Oh, I can get the title as well. That's handy to know. System.out.print line URL is URL matches URL contains interesting. I know I'm looking at Java. I know. It's not the it's the string. But it's outputting a string, if that makes sense, right? So obviously this isn't going to work. But I'm wondering if it needs to be cast to something, because it's coming off of a then. I'm looking at Java, not JavaScript. I know. It's a promise. This is the problem. Oh. ToString. Hey, I'm up for it. Why not? Expected actual. So it's it is a promise. I need to return it. Somehow. So basically it's saying that this is a promise, and I've cast it to a string or ToString, so I can, so it reads. So I need somehow to get this out somehow. Then, unless it's just as simple as this. So, sorry, now I'm going all over the place. Well. Let's have a gander on that. Booyah! Booyah, booyah, booyah. Oh, you're doing it now. Yeah. You mean I'm doing it right now? I'm correctly doing it. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hang my head in shame. Okay, so the next one, moving on. Then I should see the courses link highlighted. So this is the next one down here. Okay. So, okay, there's a different class, I think, to highlight this. So this is to go here and have a look at the highlighted class. I think the highlighted class is pink 500, I think, if I'm comparing it with the others. Unfortunately, this text is really small. I can barely see it. Hover text, pink 100. So that's on hover. Active state. Sorry. Yeah, it's right in front of me there. Active. Yeah, so I need to make sure that this courses link has that. Browser Stack is offering 3 months. I've got something in my eye. Ow. I've got something in my eye. Browser Stack is offering 3 months of their service at no cost. Oh, that's good. Might be a wise idea to hook up your Selenium tests to Browser Stack so you can test multiple browsers. I never knew you could do that. Ow. But yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah, that's a very good idea. That would also be a fun stream to do as well. Yeah. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. So Browser Stack 3 month, and you can connect. Connect. Can't spell connect. Selenium. I'll just put SE. I know what that means. Tests. Okay, and I'll put a big box around that. Cool. Thank you. I will. I'll check that out because that would be super handy. So, I mean, I've already got this running. I've already got this running on AWS on using Terraform and Ansible. So, I could create a site that is on the net and then use Browser Stack to then test it. That's a really good idea. Yeah. IE8. Oh, sorry, IE9 compliant. IE like 8. I'm going too far. IE9 compliant since 2020. Boom. Yeah. So what am I doing? Apart from trailing the music, I'm going to do this. Yes, I should see the courses link. So that needs to have the active. Yeah, alright, so I need to find that element and ensure that it has the active class. Codeception. Ah, yes, so I'm a big Codeception fanboy. But I didn't know you... Okay, so you connected that to Selenium to Browser Stack and was able to run the same tests in parallel on Chrome, Firefox and Safari and IE9. Wow, that's awesome. Cool. You can set up a machine to serve as a remote Selenium server so other machines can connect to that. I like that. I like that a lot. So is EOS dot driver dot find element, there should only be one, by dot now the thing is, if I was to do by link text, I think I should do it by XPath personally. Thing is, it's a link that says courses, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be more than one link saying courses. It's an A tag, isn't it? So it's an A tag. No, I think I'm going to have to use. I need to think about this. So the one I want to focus on is this one here. Alright, let's just do this. Link text by courses, right? So courses, like that. Courses with an S. Okay, find. Link dot. Is there a has? No. Yes. No. I'm link dot. I want to try and find a way of getting the CSS list, the class list. There's get ancestors. If there was a has or is, I think there's a better way of doing this actually. Yeah, there's a better way of doing this. It's not this at all. By can't you do get attribute class contains get attribute class contains class name here? Can you do get attribute from here, from the driver? Get attribute? Is that possible? I don't know. Yes, you can. Get attribute. Like that. Contains. If you wanted to check for a specific class, that is. Oh, I see. Sorry. Whoa. Okay, so I gotcha. Clever. Yes. Let's go back here. So this is that, and then let link, and then link dot get attribute. Yes. Class dot contains. Is that right? I mean, when you have an element, that is, yes. Contains active. And obviously we need to assign that. Right. Does that return a Boolean? Contains. If that does, then I can check. I can do an assertion against it. Dot key API. I don't know. Active. I'm not going to lie, selenium instilled in XPath selectors. Yeah. So link.catch get ID, then find element click clear is enabled, is displayed. Send key is selected. There's loads of stuff, isn't there? Let's turn that down a bit. Click clear, find element. This is opening up a whole new world to me. I love it. Get text is displayed, is enabled, is selected. Send keys. Right. So I basically want to make sure that that is active. So I kind of want to write something like this, sort of here, which has is it it could be equal, it could be I think it's going to have to be. So whatever that returns, which is probably a promise, right? Yep. So I need to equal that to be something. And then let's just do a console.log of item and just see what that is that I'm getting out. Contains is not a function. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Right. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Link.getAttribute class. Dot then dot maybe I have to deal with it all like this then, in thens. It's a bit annoying. Google. This text is so small. driver.find by element, get attribute, you're casting that to string, printing that out with a type value is equal to searchbox.get. But because it's a class, is that going to be then a full-on blown string, or I would have assumed that would have been an array. Oh, it's a promise or a string. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then we can do some pattern matching, right? So, you know, so let's just comment that out for a mo. So that would be the attribute. So let's do let's just see what that is. Oops, something's gone horribly wrong there. Let's, if that is a let's get rid of that for a minute. Courses.feature. If that's what's... Oh no, sorry, that's the actual file name. It's still moaning about this equaling. I mean, that's not right. Current URL. I still think that there's something a little bit fishy with this stuff up here. Driver.get current URL, then URL. Assert that the URL is expected to be this. Something's not quite right here, because then we've got driver at current URL then, so there's something a little bit odd here, as well as this stuff. I think if I was to, let's say, for instance, let's just comment that out for a minute, and also let's comment out or let's just get rid of the feature, which is sorry, this one here. And then let's run this. I don't think it's just going to be plain sailing. I think there is an issue that I'm missing. And we'll get back to the highlighted stuff in a minute. Yeah. Unhandled promise reject warning. No such session error. Invalid session ID. So even though it passed, it's still throwing a wobbly. This error originated either by throwing inside an async function without a catch block or rejecting a promise which was not handled with catch. So what happened? Oops. And that needs to go into brackets. There we go. So something is still not right here. Okay. So the error that came out was this. So this is saying that the current URL is comparing this to that. That doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing that? The actual is this one, and the expected is this one. So it's like this URL is just, I tell you what's happening is it's not doing that and then this. It's doing, that's what's going on. So it's almost like I need to link these two things together somehow. So I need to look into this a little bit more, the Cucumber test. Click on a piece of text. Never say click. Web testing. Let's click on that one and have a look. I can still read your content without. Oh no, I can't. Pages. No. I want to basically chain these together. Chaining Cucumber scenarios. Okay, given I am on the items page, this is this is what I kind of want to do. Then I click on OK. Given I am on the items page, when I click on, okay, so that's, I need to see the code behind it. Complex workflows. I wouldn't say this was a complex workflow, but you know. Oh, again, with your silly little advert thingy. Are you going to show me the code? This is Python code. Okay. So how to perform website testing, how not to repeat yourself, how to integrate gherkin scenarios with multiple when then blah 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 blah. Cucumber, click on pages. Click on links. Finding a link to click. How to click. Been there already. how to click text using yada yada yada. Nope, not. So, okay, the problem is that the URL, this URL, the current URL, is still on the home page. So it's almost like it's doing this. I don't understand why. Let's go back to the scenario. Maybe I need to think about changing the scenario a bit. Here we go. So click on, right, when I request the home page. I click the link. I click the course link. I should be redirected to the courses page. This just seems really straightforward. Like it should be like 101 of Cucumber, and I can't do it. This is really frustrating. I think I've already been here. Yeah, I have. However, this was doing something slightly differently to what I've seen before. This was putting in URLs and then and nexts, and then saying next, and I've got a feeling it then pushes it over to this one, because then you do this, then function assert equal to title.match, then, and then you've got text and next. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen that before. Give me an example of your code, please. Here we go. So when, then, data table. Okay. Find. For, okay, let's break this down. Await this driver get. When we request the products list, so async function, this driver.newBuilder for browser build. This driver wait until element is located by tag name, which is h1. Await this driver get. Then async function await this driver, get the class name. Expectations are, maybe it's because we should receive. Okay, so maybe it just hasn't happened in time. Var product elements await this driver find by element. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's something's a bit fishy around here. Let's copy that line. Give that another blast. Invalid session ID still. This error originated by either throwing the thing is, this one doesn't have, this example doesn't have the, you know, the thens and the text attributes. This driver, wait until we get to the tag name, and then await this driver. Await this driver. So this is what I'm doing here. Get. When I click on the link, so then you click. So it's clicked. Then I should be. I mean, in my head, which isn't the safest place to be, but in my head, I think these two things need to be together. Let's have a noodle on that. So if we go over to here, and then no, not there. Sorry, here. Let's just get rid of that one for a minute. No, it's still failing. Or as in, it's passing, but it's still got a failure. If that makes sense. It's got a warning. Invalid session ID. I'm doing something really strange, I think, here. This driver get current URL as URL. That's all I want to do. I just want to check. I want to click the link, and then I want to check that I'm in the right spot. Unhandled rejection, either throwing of an async function without a catch block. Or by rejecting a promise which was not handled with a catch. Rejection ID of 1, which means nothing to me. Deprecation warning, unhandled promise rejections are deprecated. In future promise rejections that are not handled will terminate the Node.js process with a non-zero exit code. So it'll fail, essentially. Is this the expected solution? Yikes, that's nested. Specs. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like it's just me. Use timeout to delay the process and it will work. Ah, right. Well, I'm doing a timeout here. But are you saying that there needs to be more? For me, it was solved when I added the remote debugging port. Oh, that's... No, I am using the port. Yeah, I am using the port. And I am... Yeah, so it's got nothing to do with that. I added that I use variables next port to use my many drivers. Full code. Next port is ++. Then you build. I can't see why that would be. This solution resolved my problem. I can't see why that would be why that would solve it though. But it's talking about a session ID. So maybe. Well, let's do it, right? I'll copy this, but I'll change it a lot. So, with capabilities, add arguments on options. Options is Chrome options. Maybe it's just, I don't really want to do that. Do not want to do this. With capabilities. .chrome. Could I just do this .driver, and can I just change the driver on the fly? So can we do set set Chrome options? Could I just do this without setting it up as a new driver? So this would be it's an array, isn't it? No, that's not going to work, is it? This driver.set options. Hey, you got the WordPress site ready. Awesome. Good on you. Awesome. I found myself in a puddle of fun with Selenium. For some reason, I'm getting this weird error, which is no such session. Even though it's passed, I'm getting this very peculiar issue. I've Googled it. And it seems to be something to do with the Chrome driver. So, I mean, I'm just basing it off of what I'm seeing here. So it could be, this could be a red herring, but people are saying to change the port, which I don't know why. I'm not a massive fan. The thing that's different with this test, and compared to the other ones, is we're actually clicking buttons and going to places. So, whereas the other one was just going to a single place and then checking the values on there. So, I mean, here there's a suggestion that to delay the process. But we are setting the default timeout here. And then that's driver.quit. I don't know why. Down here we've got after sync, this driver.close. Could it be that? I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm really clutching at straws here. I don't want to do this. This is not going to happen. Let's get rid of this for a minute. Okay, so this worked after I got rid of the after async function. Is it because now there's multiple ones of these running and I've killed the first one as it span off? That might be why. Okay, right, let me put it back to how it was. So let's remove all this and put that back into there, and put that into there, and put not this one, sorry, this one, and put that into there. Right, and then run this. That might work. Right, okay, so we're getting somewhere now. Okay. Cool. Okay, and now we're going to put in the highlighted jobby. So I've got to, okay, it's this commented out code here. And we were looking for the that attribute. The contains thing doesn't work, so why is that? What's going on there? Padded block. Okay, fine. Right, let's run this again. Okay, now we've got this invalid session stuff. I think it's because this needs to be an async function. Still throwing that wonderful error. I'm console logging and it's not logging out, so it's not actually doing what I need it to do. Let link this driver, find by element by link text. Up here we're doing await find. I don't think I need to do, in fact, could I not do this in one then? No, I shouldn't do it in one then. That's not good. So we're making sure that this is the right URL, that's fine. So then we do let driver find element by link text courses. Right, let's comment this out and actually, let's see. Let's do a console.debug link. That should throw back an element, a Selenium jobby, which it does. Woo! Okay, a web element promise. Cool. So it does exist, but this doesn't appear to be doing anything. I can't seem to get contains. That's not an option here. If I was to equal this to be a string, print that out. Do we have still got that error? And it's a pending promise. which is why I was using the then, but it wasn't printing out. And we were still getting this this promise issue. And I think it's because I need to do a catch. Yeah, I'm mixing the is that gonna get rid of that error? Okay. That's an interesting problem there. No such session error now. Invalid session. Something's going on with this session jobby. I'm not too sure why. No such session error. Is it because I'm mixing async jobs? I don't know. No such session error. It's like it just... Do I need to do another await up here? Just to say, look, just stop. No. If anything, that's made it worse. I'm gonna Google that and see what this means. Unhandled rejection. Invalid session ID. Invalid session ID error is a WebDriver error that occurs when the server does not recognize the unique session identifier. This happens if the session has been deleted or if the session is invalid. Example. Try and print the message output. Current session is this, no active session with that. Okay, the session can also be implicitly deleted if you close the last window. Okay. So am I correct in thinking then that it's closing down the browser between each one of the clicks? That might be it. Somehow. I've commented that line out. Driver.close, because I think that had something to do with it. However, there's that there. But I'm just throwing code at the wall and seeing what sticks, I suppose. Okay, so that actually did. That's interesting. Yes, that is very interesting. It That's interesting. So that did actually work because the driver wasn't closed. Damn. All right. can I... Is there a way of closing down the driver at a specific point? Meh. Okay, hang on a minute. This is working. It's saying 1 has passed and with 4 steps. All right, so this is actually doing its thing. I obviously do need to check the attributes and stuff. Let's just do a console.log. But I do think that there is an issue that I need to check with how this driver's set up. I probably need to go away and have a little read with when to close the driver and when not to close the driver. Here we go. That's the string that we've got. So I need to somehow check within that, like a substr. I'm just wondering, can I do... No. No, this is not Python. Yeah. Not cache. Okay. Why do I have 2 of these tabs open? What's going on? Oh, okay. It's because that's another frustration. Because the driver didn't close, I have multiple Chrome windows open now. So I could do something like assert. I can never remember. Is it when you do assert equals? Is it okay? So the actual one is active. There we go. Yeah, it's active and then expected. So actual and then expected. Sorry. So the actual. So that is expected. Beg your pardon. And then this is the actual one. The actual one being, we'll do class. Class is, and its class is dot includes and then active. And this really needs to be, instead of assert equal, because that's going to be a boolean, I think. Yeah, boolean. So that needs to be true. So, yeah. Alright, let's give that a go. So it's going to load up another Chrome window. And what have I got? Yeah. However, that's saying that 4 has passed. Oh, it's because I didn't do it. And so if I did, let's just do this as a failing test. So this should fail, hopefully. Because in the previous one I didn't actually do an assert, I just let it pass. Yes, this is that, yes, so that's failed. So this should active, this should pass, and opened up another window for me. But yeah, that's passed. Okay, cool. All right, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I'm still a bit unsure about this after async function job, because the problem we have is that it was breaking on the first one on this step here. So when I request the page, and it was destroying the driver, and therefore when the driver spun up again, it had a different ID. I think that's why the IDs were invalid. So I'm not entirely sure how to get around that, because I don't want these things to run like there's like loads of browsers now I have. If I was to just, and there's another one, get rid of that. If I was to run all of these without declaring the particular feature, there's going to be a load that don't work because I haven't actually created the steps through. But I was just wondering, for each one, am I going to get another browser? No, it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be closing that browser down. So this is now going through all the steps. Right. Okay, so there's only one browser there. No, there's another one, and there's another one. No, I lied. There's 3 browsers because we did 3 tests. That's a pain, because obviously we're going to get loads of these features, and it seems to have done one for each. I mean, there's loads here that we haven't created the steps for yet, so that's fine. But if I scroll to the bottom, we should see that there's 12 scenarios created, 50 steps, 7 have passed, and 2 scenarios have passed. Okay. If there was a way of closing the browser down, there must be. Let me Google that a minute. Yeah, I can see in the Mac tray. Let me close all these down, because that's gonna get rid of that one. All right, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to think about how this works. I think. But anyway, it's getting on to like 11:15. I've had fun. We have done a bit of work. It's been a bit hard going, I think, but it's been interesting. This Cucumber thing is it could be good. It could be good. It depends how much time I need to throw at it. I do like the way that we can create these scenarios. It's very reassuring. Right. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I need to get my sleep. So I will speak to you all again soon. Thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everyone. Bye-bye.